Logistical nightmare for Pakistan. They have had to incur an 85% loss after spending nearly $58 million on the tournament. Holding an ICC event is a matter of great pride and, yes, importantly, financial gains. That, unfortunately, has not been the case for Pakistan with regards to the Champions Trophy. While this itself is bad news, there's more. A financial loss such as this one has had a ripple effect. But first, let's understand where they spent all the money and how much they actually lost. According to reports, Pakistan spent $58 million, as I mentioned earlier, that was spent in upgrading the venues. Lahore, Karachi and Rawalpindi, the three stadiums that hosted all their set of matches. This was 50% more than their budget. On top of this, they spent $40 million on the event itself. That was their expenditures. What did they make during the tournament? They only received $6 million as part of the hosting fee and the change from ticket sales and sponsorship, amounting to a loss of $85 million. Such a financial capitulation has left a huge impact, and I'll tell you where. It's on the players. The T20 Championship, the National T20 Championship, is setting a cut in match fees. Players who used to get a match fee of $144 got pulled down to $36. And it would have stayed that way if Mohsin Naqvi, the PCB chief, had not intervened, only slashing it marginally, but still a cut. And reports say players have been bumped off from 5-star accommodations to budget economy hotels. The PCB chief may have stepped in here to try and not make it all too gloomy for the players, but it's been a cut. Here's how I see it. The Champions Trophy fiasco blew up, resulting in the PCB incurring a financial setback. Not something they wanted and certainly didn't hope for. But what that's done is affected the players. The financial misstep during the conduct of the ICC event has clearly directly impacted the players' earnings. And PCB do not seem to be making amends post this debacle. They've slotted the PSL, the Pakistan Super League, which also attracts players from around the globe, in the same window as that of the Indian Premier League, the IPL, which has put the success of their league in jeopardy. Competing with the IPL, while it's very ambitious, can only act as a boomerang. And the first sign of a backlash has already arrived. It involves the South African player Corbin Bosch. He was picked up by the PSL franchise Peshawar Zalmi in the PSL draft that took place on the 13th of January. It's early this year. But as soon as he was announced as a replacement for the injured Lizard Williams in the Mumbai Indians franchise, which is part of the IPL, Corbin promptly withdrew from the PSL to be part of the IPL instead. The more lucrative option of the two, at least definitely on paper. The PCB, furious with this turn of events, sent a legal notice to Bosch demanding an explanation after being contracted to playing in the PSL to refusing and withdrawing from it. Of course, this was bound to happen, with PSL dates overlapping that of the IPL for the first time since 2016. The Champions Trophy window did not help the PCB in their scheduling concerns, sure, but could they have done something different to avoid this from happening in the first place? After all, this was all known months before. The Champions Trophy schedule was drawn up a long time back. Is PCB mismanagement the reason for such setbacks that has affected not just their own players, but their league too, a league that they really need to focus on to grow and succeed? What are your thoughts?